Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blanks, joined as always by my co host, Brian.
It's good, everybody.
We're back to talk one of the biggest train wreck shows of the week. This is 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way. This is season 6, episode 15. The Fools Rushed In. Brian, any of these people could be the fools who rushed in. All of these people have, in some form or fashion, rushed into a horrible situation that is either going to hurt not only themselves, but their families. I, again, could start with really anyone, but I know that this is probably the least problematic one of the week as far as conflict, but it may be the most problematic just from, let's just talk about standards of what you should do. I'm talking about our boy Sarper with our girl Shekinah. Um, I thought when she goes to the plastic surgeon and he's like, "No, you don't need anything. You're gonna look like a production model." And I was laughing because it's a funny thing to say, but he's saying like, "No, you've had enough done. You're beautiful." Well, then this dude pulls out his blue pen and he's drawing on her and he's pushing the plastic surgeon out of the way and he's painting on her. And the plastic surgeon's going, "Yeah, actually, you're right." I'm like, oh,
He knows the
this
angles. He said the marks or something like that. You
this
can't make
it's
it up.
it's an all-time moment, Brian.
I was just waiting for him. It's like, I wanted him to say to Sarper, "Where'd you get your work done?" Or maybe they're friends because he's gotten all his work done there as well. Because he looks like a Ken doll.
I
It's
couldn't
crazy. It really is crazy. I mean, like I look at the face. I think I should have an opinion on that. He's just gonna get smoked online. It's just crazy the
see, no, he
mindset.
won't though, because he's just so that it's him. It's so genuine. There's no pre-thought a lot. The only thing he can like pre-thinks about is just how to break up periods of time in hours and minutes. Like he knows that crap like the back of his hand. No sex for 7,200 hours. It's like guy can't like figure out how to buy a dresser, but like he knows he can do crazy algebra really fast when it
Was
comes
that
down
actually
to
the
that.
right math?
Yeah, he had the math on point, dude. He was smart. He knew
Well, yeah,
30
because
days.
when they probably don't see each other for a while, he's just clocking the I haven't had sex in this long. It's
They're gonna
yeah,
survive forever.
well, because they're not real. They're plastic.
They belong together. They fully belong together. I have turned around from dissing these people and making fun of her as being like some kind of like torture saw victim to being like I want to be invited to the wedding. Like I'm just totally pro them now. They're crazy, but they're crazy in love and whatever. Compared to the rest of the losers we're about to talk to, they're not even that problematic to me anymore.
Right, because their decisions don't really impact a lot of people. I mean,
Anybody
her,
else?
da- her daughter's pretty old, is on the like grown side, so I guess it's impacting her a little bit, but no one else is being impacted compared to these other groups, I
She gives me the
guess.
vibe that no matter what, she'll still be friends with the daughter, and the daughter will just kind of be friendly with her. But you talk about somebody like Sean and Joanne. MVP so far, again, we've said of the season is the oldest son. Was it Joey?
Yeah, Joey.
And Joey's just like, Mom, you suck. Mom, like, hey, like, I don't want you to be in another country. So like I'm gonna have to take care of him, like my little brother now, because it's only gonna be dad and me. And she's like, No, you won't. Like, newsflash, yes, he will. Like,
If there's an emergency, I'll just get on the first plane and I'll see you in 2 days. Like
hope there's no delays on
yeah,
United.
again, it just shows the delusion in the cast members, which is their thinking of like, oh, it's not that big of a deal that I'm on the other side of the world,
And
things like
look,
that.
I haven't been too hard on the guy Sean that much, right? I mean, it's a little bit easier for him, right? Because she's gonna come live where he is. Like he doesn't have to leave his kid. But I started to see a tinge of him starting to get annoyed by the kids and by the criticism. And it's like, bro, you're a grown man and you're an asshole. Like, honestly, you're an asshole. Like, you guys are thinking that, like, let's all get in this van on the ride to the airport and like it's all getting hashed out in this ride. And then by the time you guys get on, like we could just move on and be cool. It's like, no, dude, that kid's gonna kid and the brother are gonna get into like past security and pick the phone up and be like, hey mom, by the way, we're not cool with it. We talked about it.
Yeah. I mean, he's just handling it like dudes handle stuff. Like when you're with a guy and their friends, like you talk about it, it's done. But like obviously this is a totally different scenario because it's like someone's kids and things like that. But yeah, it's definitely the worst, the biggest ripple effect on the group. But again, it's overshadowed by I think a lot of just the craziness that happens in the other couples.
the father, like the dad, needs to be at the reunion. He would be a great tell-all addition.
I just don't know if he will. If he's not on the main, it's really I don't see why he would be on the tell-all.
I just think if they brought him in, like they would just be like, "So how's it been?" Like it could just be some. I would like to hear that side of the relationship or the kid, at least Joey. I want
Oh
Joey.
no, the kids will 100% be on. 100% the kids will
They've
be.
already ruined these kids' lives a little bit and exposed them to things like going back for your like senior year in high school. I'm sure it's gonna
Yeah,
be
no,
really
the kids
great to
will.
have to watch everyone see your mom date on TLC.
The thing about this show and this franchise is if they're you see them, it's like the Seinfeld finale at the
They're all
tell-all.
gonna show up
Anybody,
no matter what.
everybody is eligible to be on.
It's member berries. Um, you mentioned the crazies, and I did save the actual two worst couples for the end. Um, I gotta talk about where we ended. James and my Maytida, Maylada, Mita, what is
Tata.
yeah, Tata, Lala, Wah Wah. She's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I don't like her at all.
Is a grade A asshole. This was the plan the whole time. She was gonna come home. She's interviewing for jobs in the Brian. She has like a degree or something.
Yeah,
Like this chick is such an asshole. And then when he's like, we're gonna have to go back, and I'm thinking, man, yeah, she'll say like, well, I don't want to. I just want to be my family. The first thing she goes, well, you know how sick I get there. Newsflash, it's in your head. It's
yeah.
in your head, sister. America is much healthier and cleaner than
And
fucking Jakarta will be. Like
it's like she's almost going back to a quarantine
they
zone.
lived in
You know,
Maine, Brian. They
I know.
lived
It's
in
like the greenest,
Maine.
one of the greenest states.
What are we talking about?
I know. It's
She
like close to
I'm
Canada.
not going back.
Lots of nice green, luscious trees to convert that carbon dioxide to oxygen. Just great.
You go back, dude. He needs to go home and beg his poor parents, who are probably on the welfare line now because he's destroyed their businesses. He needs to go, dude. And they're there next week. Who's the dad to tell them he's not paying for it? Oh, they're so screwed, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they are kind of screwed because they're living for free in some dude's house. So they should have to like throw some money up. And this guy's like, I want you to do a fancy wedding. And they got no money.
Right. And they're like, because he can't get a job with the K-1 visa or whatever they're doing, and it's like, oh, I can't wait to get a job for $1 a day selling banana chips.
Dude, and she's like, you're not trying hard enough to learn Indonesian. You should do it without me. He's like, and that was a fair point he made. He's like, I never made you do anything alone in America. In America, like you can get a job in America without speaking the language. Like that's everything would be much easier for them if they just stayed. But like now they've destroyed they've destroyed his life. She'll be fine. If he leaves, she's just gonna live there and she
Yeah,
won't have to pay for anything, and she'll go get a job in their city and she'll be fine.
yeah,
He is if
yeah.
he
He's
goes
screwed.
home, he can never get back with her again. But that would be classic. I want him to go home, reestablish trust again, and then destroy his family's lives again. Like it's like like times a flat circle.
Death comes in threes.
This guy, I he
Yeah,
needs to get out of there. It's not
I know.
safe.
She might be one of the probably the worst character of the season, I would say.
Yeah, she's up there. We were doing the bad rankings. We'll do a video at the end of the season on who the worst people were by far. But she's got to be one or two. Remember, I've always been very, very, very high on the Joanne's a real asshole because she's been lying to her kids for 2 years
Yeah.
straight. Like, and that's really hard for me still to get past, even though she isn't like a villainous character to watch on a show.
Mhm.
This chick is depressed. She's heavily depressed. She may be bipolar. She may just have like mood disorders. But every doctor she goes to is like some like physician or like
Yeah,
Eastern medicine doctor.
like a
Go to a
medicine.
psychiatrist. I'm
Yeah,
not trying to say to
medicine.
be a dick. Like there's like that. You need help. You need like to help you. Obviously this is not good. If you think it's normal and you think the solution is like, actually, the most sane thing she has said is for them to damn break up because they're destroying each other's lives. So
Yeah, they all have a screw loose in their head somewhere.
we have we have Lily and Josh. They were the cliffhanger of last week. Josh's brother's there for the bachelor party slash wedding, and is the only adult in the room? Or no. He is another adult in the room. Lily is also an adult, But then you have Josh, who is just a petulant man child.
Yeah, it's really showing. And I'm gonna say this: they really teased the hell out of that car ride conflict, and it really fell really flat for me, like
They teased
super
it all
flat.
season.
Yeah, and that really disappointed me. I was expecting like a big bill at a dinner. It was just literally a rehash of a conversation. It just that kind of shows that to me that this season doesn't really have a lot of meat on it
And
compared to like watching what I'm watching all the old seasons. The old seasons, man. I wish we were covering some of them live. They're insane.
those will be like old. We'll definitely in the future record reviews of the seasons. We'll do like little Patreon things, like YouTube member season reviews. Dollar in, and you can watch all of our retro reviews. We'll get to that eventually. That's like
Mhm.
when you have like a week off somewhere, we can just review just
I
review
know.
videos all week.
That would be the life.
That would actually be fun. It's reality guys vacation, and we're just
Yeah,
recording like
because
videos.
they had this argument, and then they get right out of the car, and then they're trying all these like different foods, and like this the squid on the stick barbecue to me looked pretty good. I'd like to try that, but
I would eat everything on those.
oh man, I would eat it too. But like that really stuck out to me. I was like, oh, I would like to try that now.
I
And
like the idea too that like it's so funny that he's been throwing in her face that like you just keep telling me how
yeah,
much money you spend, and like basically what she's saying is like, dude, it's just because you never say thank you.
yeah, he's just yeah. He really it's just like he lived at home with his parents. I guess he had a house, but like just even telling by his hobbies and just the way he talked. Like if you think about the entire season that we watched, it makes sense the way that he's acting right now.
He even mentions that his brother has been the communicator for him in a past
Yeah,
relationship. It's like,
yeah,
dude,
that's a problem.
what are we
It's a
talking
huge
about
problem.
here?
That
Like,
like
you're talking about
that,
marriages. Like, I
yeah,
understand maybe you're in high school and your brother's helping talk to your girlfriend because you guys are like the same age and like whatever. Talk about like you're the go between you and like a wife. You're nuts.
yeah, it's crazy. It just he's cuckoo.
The
He's
season is again, it's the people are entertaining. It's shaping up for a great tell-all. We've been saying that all season. This is
yeah,
going to be
Tells
like
is
a
good.
mega slow burn, but this could be a really good tell-all. We're just plugging along there. So as far as like coverage, guys, like you'll see, like we haven't done every single week. We've done most weeks. We're really gonna kind of for this show until we get to the tell-all. We're gonna just do videos on like the major topics or major events. So we may even split them up and have little shorter videos that are just about like specific couples. Just kind
Mhm.
of mix it up for you guys a little bit. And then like I said, we have our social medias. We'll make sure we're covering that. We'll throw some opinions out on like TikTok. And then when we get to the tell-all, we will give you full-blown tell-all review, maybe even go on like a live or two during those weeks afterwards and give some instant reactions before we record a full
Right.
review. Do some
Yeah,
different stuff to spice it up.
yeah, we're still watching. Just because we don't have video, we're always watching and keeping up with the show. It's not like we just picked it up tonight and things like
I this month is lined up with sleep regression month, so I also it's been probably the least amount of bandwidth I will have for a while. I'm starting sleeping 2 days in a row. I've actually feel like a normal human again. So like this is we'll hopefully stack some days like that. But if you're it's just in the TLC stuff, we got you covered. But like I said, we're covering a lot of other stuff. Love is Blind season 7 is currently airing, right? 7?
yeah, so
Yep. 7 currently airing on Netflix. We'll have the week 2 review out on Wednesday. We're also covering Survivor. We're covering Love and Hip Hop. We're covering Below Deck Sailing Yacht will be premiered. We were also covering what else is Wednesday? Oh, Golden
going back
Bachelorette.
to it. Mhm.
So a lot of different varied franchises. We will
Oh, House of Villains this week
yeah, we have a House of
on Wednesday.
Villains premiere on Thursday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday night is
Yeah, man,
reality
they're
night,
gonna put us to
folks.
work on Thursdays,
But
unfortunately.
especially check out our TikTok for that. We will post a bunch of clips. We're going to post a bunch of opinions. We're going to try to hit that hot and heavy as well. We really enjoyed it. And we're going to do our best maybe to get some celebrity interviews for that as well. Hopefully, even maybe a cast member from last season. That just reminded me I'm going to reach out to him
Oh,
probably tonight and see if he's interested in maybe coming to talk about the premiere. That'd be cool. All right, cool. But for myself and Brian, until next week, for the reality guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace.